Welcome, everybody. We're actually going to see a quarterfinal best of five tonight between Crispinianus and Giovanni. It's going to be a pretty great set. I'm super excited to see a best of five on these maps. With me tonight is Knight Noble 24. He's looking to co-cast some of these games with me this evening, some more sets in the future too. And he's actually going to sign up, or already signed up, for the next round, which is the 1400 bracket. So, Knight, welcome. Glad to have you. Give us a quick introduction to yourself. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it, actually. It's going to be tonight. We're actually jumping a little ahead in the bracket because we have the quarterfinals that were put in here. So we're going to do a best of five tonight, especially given it's a weekend night. A few more games potentially to do, and I'm looking forward to it. And honestly, we can actually look at the draft here real quick. Knight, you've looked over the draft as well. Maps. Let me
Of
see
course,
what they are.
Battlegrounds is always a start here. Now, I see like four Civs that could possibly be on there. Um, like, just give me your thoughts because I already know what could be on Battlegrounds right from the get go. But what do you think could be on there?
Well, honestly, I think we go over the maps real quick just so everyone has an idea of what we're going to see tonight. We're going to see Arena Cove and Mott Bailey as Giovanni's home maps, and Crispianus selected Nomad Hubs and Sunken Isthmuses. So we're going to see a pretty big variety. Going to need a lot of civs in different places. And with that in mind, I mean, for Battlegrounds, I feel like we're going to see either Magyars or Khmer for Crisp on Battlegrounds. And on
Okay.
the opposite side, I feel like we're going to see Franks or Lithuanians.
I
Um,
don't think you'll see Bulgarians there. I mean, I know, I personally like the Bulgarian pick on there, but I don't think Lithuanians. I mean, after their initial Dark Age bonus, they don't really have an economy bonus on that map. Unlike compared to like Franks or Tatars or Magyars with the cheaper military.
yeah, I mean it's a balance for sure. I just feel like Bulgarians could be used elsewhere, especially like Nomad hubs. I really think they're going to be good on Nomad hubs, and I think
hmm
with Battlegrounds being a more Civ like open Civ selection for that with all these available here, I think I
Yep.
like Magyars there myself. But we'll have to see here in a minute. What do you think about these bans from these guys?
I kind of expected bans for Mongols, even a ban from Vikings as well, just because like they're really strong civs on these maps. Mongols with the hunt bonus, really strong on battlegrounds, and Vikings just in general with free hand card are really good, and on most water maps they're really dominant.
Yeah, absolutely. I really think that Vikings is something that we're going to see banned a lot, as well as Mongols. Mongols probably being the ideal civ for battlegrounds, and probably for nomad hubs as well, honestly. With all the extra stones, golds all around, available hunt everywhere. So I definitely think we're going to be seeing a lot of bans on those. As far as Giovanni banning Byzantines, I think that's a solid choice. I think that
Yeah, it's a
really
good snipe.
it's really hard though to place a snipe in a best of five, so maybe he just didn't like how many options he had for cavalry and wanted to ban him there for himself, or maybe he thought it was sunken Ismison, so he didn't want to face that. With that said, though, it's going to be pretty interesting to see where we
Yeah.
see water civilizations for Crisp. I mean, there's sunken isthmuses in the draft as well as Arena Cove, so another water civ would be Japanese, probably for Giovanni.
He already has two water civs under his belt here, while Chris only has technically only one. Well, I guess you could have Khmer as a water civ as well, but Sicilians is, I mean, they have a pretty strong water, but no real economy bonuses that play into water, and no like discounts or anything like that, other than the extra HP on their transport ships.
Yeah, I mean, It's gonna be interesting. Sicilians is a really strange pick for me. I'm still not sure where we want to see them at balance wise. Not really sure
Yeah. Um,
exactly.
I like the Berber snipe. Generally, they're really strong in Castle Age, and with their faster moving vills, they could be pretty strong on a few maps. I definitely like that band there, just because it seems like Chris, most of his civilizations are actually kind of weak to the whole Berber spam and just in general to Berber's army composition.
Yeah, absolutely. But honestly, I'm ready to dive into game number one. I don't know about yourself.
I'm already loaded up.
All right, I'm at 11 seconds. Are you
Yes, I am.
ready? Three,
Yep.
2, 1, go.
All right. Up in the north corner here, we have Crisp as Tatars, and down far right here, we have Giovanni as Lithuanians.
Yeah, Lithuanians are good on so many maps. I feel like with that additional food income here, he might be able to go for something a little bit more aggressive early on. Maybe we'll
Yep.
see a pre-mill drush here, which I've been dying to see on this map. I want to see if that pays off for someone. And Lithuanians probably the ideal civ to use that strategy with.
Yeah. In my experience, walling in this map has been kind of 50-50 if it's easy or not. Many times I feel like it's a little easy to get up walls, other times I feel like it's a bit of an effort to get up walls, but it looks like, in comparison, it looks like Crisp has, I don't want to say, oh, he's going for a pickup on the boar on the middle. That's really nice. I wish more players would do something like this. This is really good from Crisp.
Yeah, he's gonna go for that right away. I mean, I think it's a good idea. I just feel like he should have waited maybe a little bit till he brought his other one in there, but I mean, that's just because if he has any sort of a scout fight, he's obviously going to be way behind now. But obviously, this is a good play. It's something that it's really the only way to get another boar in at this
Yep.
point. There's nothing else in this map that lets you get a boar in here. So I would expect this scout to be a little bit more passive here for him and potentially be pushing in those ostrich.
Nah, he's not going for a lumber camp. I feel like this is a bit of a mistake. I think he needs to get on wood right now. And right now he's doing other priorities. Actually, he might not even go for a lumber camp. He might just go for a mill right from the get-go. And yep, that's exactly what he's doing. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if I agree with this move right from the get-go. It seems risky to get it out in the middle.
I mean, agree with it or not, I like it. It's different.
Yeah,
It's aggressive. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with it.
he's getting a house down. It seems like Chris has a good idea how to play this map. It seems like, oh, that's a bit of a mistake from Giovanni harvesting the sheep right, not under his TC. Yeah, hard to control those bills, but hopefully you'll make the best out of it there.
Yeah, I mean, it's only one. It's not the end of the world there. I think he'll be
Yeah,
fine. Scouts.
scouts are fighting.
Yeah, and this is where I feel like that early lore is going to be kind of an issue. If he loses this scout, could be problematic for him.
Yep.
But I mean, he is going to have both boars under the TC. He's gotten 6 goats still alive there. Only
Yeah.
thing he is missing is a lumber camp at this point. And the very early aggression forward, or not aggression, but map control attempt here with the mill. I mean, I like it. It's early. He's not in any danger. He can get a bunch of resources. He still has berries at home whenever that
Yep.
falls out if he were to be pushed back.
It looks like Giovanni picked up Loom pretty early, so he's planning to go out to the middle himself. He has one Vill out there. I'm not sure what he's doing. Oh, okay, he just found a spot where he wants the mill. Okay.
Yeah, and Crisp now getting that lumber camp out there in the back. So it was definitely just a play to get on the berries a little bit
Yeah.
earlier. I feel like I would have rather seen it on the ostrich, but berries still solid source of income. It's not in his base, so it's not like he's losing resources in his base right now. Still, those are available to him. And what is it, 3, 4 berry bushes there? So good amount of
Mm-hmm.
food if he ever has to fall back to that.
Yep, and he has the ostriches down south, so we could always pick those up as well. I really like Crisp's position here. I think he's in a really good spot.
Yeah, I love what Giovanni's doing here, though. He's already starting to wall up a bit, so he's very much expecting a scout-heavy play, and I think that's to be expected against Tatars here.
Yeah, I
Probably
expect to loom and click up here. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, we're
So
probably gonna see scouts into cav archers, I would think, from Tatars.
it's an interesting build. Moving 10 vills straight to it right from the get-go. Would like to see about, I don't know, 7 vills on sheep since Tatars you get extra. Sorry for the noise.
And no problem. I mean, I think he'll move them off as soon as he clicks up and can get some more buildings. I think what he's trying to do, because he does not have a barracks yet, he just now drops it in the middle. He's going to need the additional wood income to get the stable up in time.
I think this issue could have been solved if it was on the wood line a little earlier and not have gone so aggressive to get the elephant right from the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, it is an 18 pop, though, so it was a 19 pop build. So, I mean, it is going to be a little messy. I think he's still going to be in a fine position, as he's still collecting quite a bit of food at this point. Unfortunately, he did kill 2 goats under his TC. One's just riding away there, but shouldn't be in any trouble.
Alright, and Chris will be the first one up to feudal. He's putting a gate down by his barracks. How is he? He's just going to wall in his villagers there? Interesting. I would have gone with so much effort to wall that in. It would just did a few quick walls or a few walls just to cover the berries at least. But this should still be fine. Let's see the stable. There's the stable. Very nice. He's already a minute ahead of Giovanni here, which is really good. Giovanni's not fully walled either. This could be disaster for him.
Yeah, I think he's trying to wall up a little bit too big here. He could have used the wood lines there to make it a little bit faster. But this is the thing, though, with Battlegrounds. It's not something that we want to see often, and we want people to have to work to get it actually done. I mean, the walls making games a lot slower. We're trying to pick the pace up on this first game a little bit and force people to be in a little bit more of a uncomfortable position. Funky says that you have finally achieved your dream of casting with Juicy.
I don't see a barracks from Giovanni at all. This could be even worse for him right now.
Yeah, he's in a really rough position being this far back. Not sure. It's gonna be rough. I mean, he's going for like an FC build, I feel like, and it's gonna be punished pretty desperately. He's actually gonna lose his additional income on the outside here.
Almost got away with that one scout. You should not take this fight. There you go.
Oh,
nice snipe on the sheep. Oh, this is so...
Yeah,
very nice from Crisp here. Feels weird. This feels like the elo difference between these two players is kind of big.
I'd have to check on it, but I mean, honestly, he's in a fine spot.
That wasn't good there.
The fight with the scouts hasn't been good. It's only killed... I haven't even killed a single vill yet, has it?
Should not be taking these fights. These are terrible fights. Okay, he's throwing his advantage away. That's definitely not good. Yeah, I still think Crisp is in the lead. I think he still has a solid lead here. Just needs to keep up adding up, and he's out of range, so he already knows that his opponent is behind. He's not going to have a stable. It's a really good call from him. He's going to be able to see if he can outrange this wood line here, and honestly, Giovanni could just run to the back here and get another wood line, so I don't know if this will pay off for him, or if Giovanni will be able to realize that he can move out to the corner there and get wood there.
Yeah, I don't know the position, though. I mean, it's going to be tough. Obviously, he's walling up. He's trying to get everything going here for himself as far as a full walled boom. And, I mean, unfortunately, he's... I don't know. It feels awkward. His walls are so big, and he's got all this room back here, but he's not really prioritizing.
You can squeeze in archers in the corner there. It's such really awkward walls.
Yeah, and I don't feel like he's prioritizing much at the moment here. He's really just got a weird build going on. I'm not sure what he's doing at the moment, honestly.
Got a blacksmith coming up for Crisp here. I think he's planning to get some upgrades, or he's planned for the long term to get up here. I don't think he can afford upgrades right now, and I think this is probably the time when you want to start investing in the farms as Crisp here.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys in chat who are wondering, at the time that I took all of these elo levels, Giovanni was 1183 and Crisp was 1185, and I took them the day that the brackets came out, so they were right neck and neck.
You know, honestly, I think I'm starting to go back on the idea that the Archer investment was a good idea, because it seems like Crisp is now behind in eco. Compare the number of farms that Giovanni has compared to the number of villagers Crisp has on food right now, and it's not much.
Yeah, the real benefit right now, though, is we're seeing the walls pay
Scouts
off
in.
here now, and the not walling is going to be an issue.
Yeah.
But, uh, yeah, guys, they're both like high 1100s.
Yeah, I think he has too much, way too much in gold. 12 on this is too much. Would have loved to see him
Yeah.
take the ostrich there in the middle, but I guess he didn't want to take him. That's fine though.
Yeah, I still feel so weird because of these big walls too, and I mean, honestly, Archer's Pike's not a bad situation for himself. The scout number is not gonna get very high here.
Hmm.
I feel like we're gonna see a faster castle. I feel like from Crisp because he can build a market and sell off a lot of that gold. So
Yeah, he needs to invest into a market right now. Already has like about 700 gold floating, and he needs to use it somehow.
and we see another archery or an archery range in a stable. Some houses coming down here as well. So trying to
Using them
keep
as
this
walls?
out of
Okay.
here.
And he might be able to get his walls up fully, but then again, he is gonna go, or Chris is gonna go to the right side here and need to take down a wall.
Yeah, I don't mind the cav or the archer play because you're gonna need the archer upgrades anyways to shift into cav archers if that's kind of what he's thinking here.
Yeah.
Obviously, infantry not what you want to go with as Tatars. It works for this against scouts, but it's not a long-term option here.
You know, I think this stable should have been a blacksmith instead, along with a range. Like a range and a blacksmith just to defend against the archers. And not to continue to invest into scouts. I don't think it's good to invest into them anymore. Because I think you should just play more on defensive and just play more eco, and then get up yourself.
Yep, scouts from Giovanni headed in here to the gold, actually rediverting, going to the berries. Gonna potentially pick one vill off, but most likely just idle them all. I don't even think he's gonna pick that one, honestly, with the weird pathing that's going on there. Spears coming over to defend as well. The
Good
good
reaction from
thing,
Chris.
the good thing for Giovanni here is he is not over investing into a defense here. I mean, obviously the archery range was necessary, but the additional stable probably going to pay off later. So obviously not something he needed now. Like you said, a blacksmith would have been better. But all in all, he's kept his opponent out. He has a Vil lead at the moment. He's going to click the castle here anytime. Just needs that second building.
Yeah. And if he does a little bit of reorganizing with his villagers, like take 4 off of gold here and switch him on the wood, then his cav archer play could be really good, you think?
Yeah, and Crisp is about to buy his way up here. He's going to have Wheelbarrow in, and I think he'll be up a pretty decent margin faster because now that the eco's being disturbed and there's no second building yet for Giovanni here.
Might pick off a Vil, maybe? If he commits to that? No, he's not committing. He's bailing out of here. Oh, it looks like Chris got in. He's already got 1 villager. That's nice.
Yep.
Might have to evacuate this wood line, but then again, yeah, he doesn't have enough skirmishers to defend this.
Well, he has no upgrades on the skirmishers, so honestly he could just focus those down and stay here and be even more annoying for a lot longer. Crisp's
Yep,
position's really starting to look really good now with this raid.
Already 3 Vils dead for Giovanni. It is not looking too good for him right now. These archers got some pretty good mileage. 4 Vils. 5? Oh man, this is not looking good at all. Let's see if he gets a 6th. 6? Oh boy, he is... Even with the eco lead that Giovanni had, losing that many Vils is not good.
Yeah, he is going to be first up to castle though, so he's not the end of the world. He's going to end up getting bloodlines here. Really would like to see some relics come in for him to help make up the difference, but interestingly, Crisp just now clicking up. He was busy microing, so I think he could have actually been up before Giovanni here. But all in all, it's only a 6-vil lead at the moment, and with this time difference, I mean, he might be able to catch up decently, at least with a couple more Vils, and try to even it out a little more with an additional town center here, which I feel like he needs to get one on this gold and stone in the front of his base.
Yeah, it looks like Chris was actually going for a stable play. Stable and an extra archer range? Okay, so he's going to do cab archers and stable units, okay. A little bit expensive at the start of castle, but it could be a good comp long term.
Oh, and he feels like he's ahead right now, so he's not looking to do more aggression at this point. I feel like he's just going to build some cav archer numbers, maybe send a knight or two out to try to distract and keep the military of Giovanni at home.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, 2 stables. The third was deleted there by Giovanni, so should just be continue with knight skirm production here. Scouts dive in on the back here, but they just take some fights against the spears. 1-1 go down for both.
Yeah, I didn't actually pick up on that. I'm not sure if he already picked up a Vil or not, but it looks like he just lost one. Oh no, dude, don't leave idle there. Okay, good.
No, he did not
No.
pick up a Vil there. But I really love the center position here that Crisp has taken. Coming out here so early to collect the berries and now continuing with it. Although the gate and like the little wall off there is a little bit weird, I still feel like it's a good position to be in. Knights,
Looks like, yeah, 5 knights queued up already.
yeah, knights are massing here for both sides. And we'll see. Maybe we don't have any cav archers just yet.
Now, without relics, it should be fine for both players to play knight or do knight play. I think actually Tatars might have a bit of an advantage here just because they get such a better eco bonus, and well, they actually have an eco bonus compared to Lithuanians, which only really applies in Dark and Feudal Age.
I mean, that's true. I mean, it definitely is not a good position as far as an eco bonus goes. I mean, Tatars, good overall civ. They're going to be in good position. It's just, I feel like they're going to need to push and be more aggressive, and it's still passive play right now. Obviously, he's been in some trouble. He's got knights flying across the map, but it's just going to secure a town center position, which I actually like, but...
Oh no. Double blacksmith. I didn't even realize he had 2 of them back home. Oh no.
That's... One of those was supposed to be a market, I'm sure, just a misclick for his hotkeys. Yeah. Unfortunately, a bad fight here. These knights for Tatars are rather upgraded. Do have the foraging upgrade as well compared to the Lithuanian player who only has plus.
It looks like he might deny that TC too. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, all the knights are forward though, and this could be a big raid for Giovanni. Even though that town center might get denied, a ton of Vils could go down here.
It looks like it'll be all the bills in the gold here. They're all go down. It looks like the bills on the wood line will go down too. He hasn't reacted yet at all.
Yep, and the town center did go up. He did not deny it.
Oh, that's even worse.
Still no reaction here. Another Vil being sent there as well. Oh, lots and lots of Vil deaths here.
That's about like 10 Vils total there that died.
Yeah, it's definitely not pretty. Obviously, this town center's under trouble here, but I feel like enough numbers and that will be dealt with. Finally been realized back here, but I mean, we've lost a good 8 Vils at least there.
Yep.
And now we're going to lose some numbers under the TC here as well. Not going to be able to take that out with such low numbers either. Knight's still raiding the base of Crisp here. And
he just needs to go back home and clean all this up, and then continue his push on to Giovanni's eco, because he's already lost the bill lead. Just lose it, and he's going to lose even more Vils on that wood line. Oh, this is really looking really bad for Chris here.
yeah, I mean, he is going to be able to clean it up, but he has lost the villager lead by quite a good margin now. So, I mean, and he's got better upgrades too at this point. So, I feel like the pushback could be pretty devastating here, as we do see another town center coming up here for our Lithuanian player in the south on some berries. Not the greatest town center, but we'll do the job. We'll spread the eco out. We'll head towards the center.
He never actually even used the second range. He just built it there. That's a little odd, but I guess he figures that like stable play is probably best here. But if you see that Giovanni will just add in like pikes with his knights, that's a much better comp than just camel knight.
Yeah, and the issue here is going to be, what is he going to do to prevent this from getting in his base? There's a lot of calves, there's a lot of camels here, archers even, and these are just palisades.
They're going to go in.
And
They're
there's
going to break in. They're going to more wills.
Nothing to protect from back here. One villager, nope, he thought he was headed there, just dropping off wood. So, and where's the military? It's coming back here. Knights coming across the middle of the map. They're not going to be in time. Lots of vills will go down here.
Looking quite rough, and actually Giovanni's lagging behind on upgrades as well. He has no attack upgrades, only +1.
Yeah, it's looking rough now for both. Raids doing the job here. I mean, lots of vills going to go down. Villager count, it's now in advantage for Crisp again here by at least 3, and more vills are going to continue to go down here.
Yep. I think this is a better trade for Chris here. He's losing, as Giovanni's losing way more vills.
Absolutely, and he's still got a bunch of units in the base. He's dealing with the military for Giovanni, or attempting to in the middle here. Quick walled in his vills on the gold in the middle as well. Oof. That was a massive turn of events right there. And yes, Funky, I agree. Monks should have definitely been more prioritized here as Lithuanians.
Sure, it seems kind of weird to not go for them. It seems
Weird.
like just hand in hand with Lithuanians, Knight and Monk play.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a little bit of pressure early was great. Letting them in the walls there was just painful. No military to defend from it. He ran
And
those units over there as well with his military up there in the north.
so. From Crisp here, losing a lot of vills at home as well. It seems like the way they're going to play this out is by trading vills at their home bases.
Crisp didn't actually lose, but maybe 1 or 2 there. The military was still there. The production was there for Giovanni. But there's so many idols still for Giovanni. He's got 24 idols right now.
I do think like a Monostar, even Pike play, Pike with Knights would be an ideal way to clean all of this. Because Chris is not even teched into Cab Archers. Oh, he's doing it right now. He just queued up 8.
Yeah, I mean, Cav Archers, obviously, I feel like are great in this situation. I feel like we're going to see... I don't know. I feel like there's not going to be a boom good enough now. I mean, Giovanni's creating vills, but he's got 15 in his town center. He just now realized, just sending those back to work. Those have been idle, and he's got another 11 that were down on that elephant down there in the south as well. Just feels like the pace is just a little too fast for Giovanni right now after all these raids come through.
It seems like his positioning where his bills should be at is not ideal. Like he has like how many bills are on those berries right now? They should be on wood right now.
Yeah, but we're gonna see Cav Archers, Rams, and Camels going for these TCs in the south here really soon from Crisp.
And probably wants to kill some TCs with this.
Well, I don't think there's going to be anything to stop him either. The military production is just not happening for Giovanni right now. His eco is so stretched after all those raids.
I don't like how Chris is floating a lot of wood. I would prefer if he converted that to TC and some farms. Or even more military, which he is doing right now.
Yeah, I don't even think it's bad because he just needs to sell a little bit of it and add more Cav Archers, honestly. I don't think that it's a problem that it has a little bit extra there for himself. Especially with all the raiding he's got going on. Cav Archer's going into the bag,
GG.
and yep, there comes the GG. Yep, not too surprised. Crisp fell behind pretty heavily there.
I was getting worried that Chris was going to throw this game.
Yeah, it was.
Especially early.
It was looking rough. It definitely was, but I think the mid control helped him out a lot there. Created a nice little base for himself. Had forward military production. Not going directly into Cav Archers was nice, although he could have hit and run for days on the knights that Giovanni had. But ultimately, I think is he still lacking the upgrade? Let me find a knight. Yeah, he still doesn't even have foraging. He's just falling behind on upgrades.
There, especially on night play. You never want to black up on upgrades. And the weirdest thing, too, is that Giovanni had eco lead at many points of the game.
Yeah, it was really back and forth there for the first 25, 30 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes is just spiraled out of control with that raid from Crisp.
Do you think a Pike Knight play or even adding monks could have changed things for Giovanni here?
Well, he built those walls, and he really didn't use them to his advantage there. I feel like monks would have been perfect behind there. I don't really think shifting to infantry is what you want to do, so I respect not doing that, but I feel like adding monks would have been an extreme bonus for himself. But,
yeah.
I mean, obviously Pike's an option, but I feel like the upgrade cost, I'd rather just have a couple monks and keep producing knights myself.
Mm-hmm. All right, are you ready for the next game? I actually need to load up the next game right now.
Yep, I will load up into game number 2 here, and we'll see what game 2 has to bring us. The maps for this, let's pull that up again here. So Giovanni can either go with Arena Cove or Mott and Bailey. So we're going to see one of those two. I think we saw him play a Mott and Bailey game last round, so should be interesting. But I also feel like I've seen a lot of Mott and Bailey lately, but maybe or Arena Cove lately. So
Okay.
oh, gonna be some interesting Civ selections here. I bet. Let's go ahead and pull up the draft for the viewers here. So we had a Tatars victory,
Yep.
Lithuanians loss. Uh, Game 2 is on Arena Cove. What do you think the civs are?
Let's see. For Giovanni, it could be Japanese or Italians. I think either one of the two are really strong there. But I feel like Italians would be better on the sunken map. I will never be able to pronounce the last name of that.
Sunken
For
Isthmuses.
yeah, and for Crisp, we could see Khmer or Sicilians here. I think you want to save like Hans Magyars and Britain's on other maps. I think you'll definitely see either Khmer or Sicilians here for Crisp.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch how this progresses, but we'll jump into game number 2 here. I'll pause at 10 seconds and then we'll get you guys into the game.
All right, all right, I'm ready.
All right, guys, welcome to game number 2 in the quarterfinal between Crisp and Giovanni. Game 2, Arena Cove. Night 3, 2, 1, go. Sicilians versus Japanese. You called the Japanese pick and the Sicilians pick. Sicilians, how you feeling about them on this map?
Not sure. Well, again, compared to the Japanese, they have no like military bonus or kind of dock bonus for the water. All they have is all available techs on water. So we'll have to see what they can bring here. And then again, of course, they have the Donjon, which I don't think we'll be seeing played here. But then again, I could be wrong. He could do some kind of forward shenanigans with sergeants. But I think Japanese in general should be able to handle Sicilians.
Yeah, absolutely. And Funky, yeah, so we saw BBB pick Khmer on Arena Cove yesterday, or yeah, that was yesterday, and he did a forward siege monk push with some infantry as well. It was quite an interesting one. I don't think that was something that was ever suspected there, honestly, but worked out really well. Sicilians transport ships being their major bonus, I guess, as far as ships go. But, I mean, a landing here could be something to watch out for. I mean, obviously, I mean, you know, Knight, it could come at the very bottom. It could come straight across to the middle. It all depends on the strategy here.
Yeah. And you
Obviously,
see something in here from Chris. He's scouting with his sheep. This is a little risky, depending if Giovanni just decides I want to go straight over to Chris Fair to see what he's doing. But then again, there really wouldn't be any reason to, since you expect most players to be sitting at home with all their herdables.
yeah, I don't really like the sheep scouting all the way out here. I don't mind it close to your base, but this one sheep has pretty much traveled all the way up to the northern port of it. But I mean, we'll see what happens as far as it goes. The scout gonna come over in that direction, but I think the sheep should be able to get back in the base just fine.
Yep.
A lot of players lately, I've noticed, have actually been taking advantage of the hunt right outside of the gate, and they're going there pretty early, especially if they're not going to play water long term.
I would say that's not ideal. I would say get on water first, just because there's already so much that's so free and close to you. I feel like it is a little riskier to go out and get hunt, but then again, most players are gonna go on water, so it could be a better idea to just play that. And did that other sheep make it home? Yes, he did.
Yep, they're all back now. So dock is coming up for both. Looks like Giovanni just a little bit faster to his dock, but scouts for both have went forward. Crisp doing a much better job, I feel like, scouting in this one, though. Giovanni doing a lot of scouting for extra resources, not really finding the walls. Obviously, you know where your opponent is, though. But for me, after watching some of these games, going to find the deer right there and being able to put a scout on it to make sure that your opponent is actually going to go for water is going
Hmm.
to be pretty important here. I don't even mind throwing a fishing chip across the middle to make sure you see a dock at this point.
Just gotta do some scouting on water. And I like how both players are going for the fishing ship immediately. Well, Japanese should be ahead because of the cheaper mills, cheaper lumber camps, and all that.
Yeah, I mean, Japanese really a solid pick here. And I mean, fire ships do next to no damage against Japanese fishing ships either, too. The armor is so well off for them. Need quite a few galleys to take them out as well. So, Japanese fish definitely going to be important. I feel like in this position, though, Japanese have to win water.
Yes.
I don't think you can lose water here as a Japanese civ on this map. Even to Sicilians having, you know, decent water, if I remember correctly, they have a good tech tree for water, but
Yeah,
no real
everything,
bonus
but
other than the transport ship. So, which is a big
everything but no
bonus.
bonus for any other units other than the transport ship.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't like how Giovanni's taking the fish so far away from his dock as well.
A little inefficient. He could be taking one that's a bit farther up.
Yeah, but I mean, that said, it's going to get less and less efficient as the game continues anyways, so it is what it is. We'll see what happens here. Both players should be clicking up here any moment as Loom is on the way in for both. I
Second
really...
apart. Nice.
What?
Only a second apart from the loom. That's nice.
Yeah,
I almost clicked at the time.
Yep. I really need to see someone transfer to gold, like, right away, though. So far, neither player heading to gold. Not going to be able to produce a whole lot there if they can't get to the gold first.
It seems like they got a pretty good idea or build for what they want to do on water, but not going to gold here, especially if you're adding a second dock for that, is kind of disaster.
Yeah, I mean, Crisp is on his way out, and there goes the Vills for Giovanni. So it's pretty close, pretty good. I mean, not bad at all. Oh yeah, Sicilians do get reduced damage, so against Samurai should be pretty good, but
Samurai are still superior units to sergeants.
yeah, I feel like that's what we're gonna see though, if we do see it. But honestly, I don't think I really know how that bonus is gonna really benefit them in this one. Honestly, obviously it's still gonna be everything. I feel like is gonna be better, but maybe that's just me thinking that to myself. But let's see, forward vills and forward walls here for Giovanni. Just one villager. Scout war is going to be ever important if this goes down here.
All right, Giovanni has the lead here. He's getting the wood upgrade right now. Let's see if he queues up any fires. Yep, 2 immediately.
Yep, 2 docks for both, so we should see. I would imagine we're going to see fires for both. Yeah.
4 fires for Chris. How about that?
A villager did walk right past the scout for Crisp, and honestly, I love this play. Giovanni's going to wall this up a bit. He's going to have this map control galore here. Not going to have to worry about any land aggression at the moment.
Yeah, but then again, if Chris isn't really pressured at home, he's able to click an Imperial, and he can just tear all these walls down.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a risk, but I really like that sense of security for yourself. It gives you some scouting as well, especially if you don't know what your opponent's going for right off the bat. And honestly, Sicilians, they could go archers, they could go into, you know, really anything. So I like what we're going to see here. Fire ship's going to be right in front of Crisp's docks, so it should be a little bit better fights for him here.
And
we do have 3 docks to 2 at the moment.
Ronnie good control there with his units, pulling away when he knows that he's already losing the fight a bit. Not so good control from Chris, though. And looks like he's going to go back and number up. I'd like to see a villager repair that one fire ship.
Yeah, important note though, Crisp has a transport ship queued up behind this fire in the lowest dock. So going to see a transport attempt here, and no walls in this lower corner here, so could be a landing in the far southern part of the map. Fire galley's gonna catch the fish out here for a Sicilian player.
I like how Giovanni's transition into 3 docks, so he really wants to get up on military production. I also like the repair from Chris. That's a really good job. He's going to take a very good fight against Giovanni.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking good for both. This transport is going to be really important, though. It's a big investment, 125 wood. You're also putting yourself down another transport.
What are Sicilians going to do when they land on here? Is there going to be a donjon, or is it going to be a barracks? He doesn't have a barracks at home unless he's building it right now, but what is he going to do? He can't do towers. Remember, Sicilians don't get towers.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it might even just be to help distract. He might not even transport with it. The waypoint's still set forward. He might just be using this as like a tactic to distract with all that extra bonus, which is going to be pretty unique to see. It is headed out right into the middle with no support right now, so that is a little awkward. Fire ship numbers, just one in favor here, but that transport ship might actually play an important part, especially if, yeah, and it is going to actually get focused down a little bit, so a lot of shots going towards that. Looks like Giovanni is realizing what's going on here, though.
Very interesting strat, but it looks like Giovanni's doing a good job of controlling his units. And he's microing down the fires, which is a very good job.
Yeah, Hitch is right in chat. I believe that only helps with the transport ship against galleys, not fires. So,
yeah,
not 100%. It did still distract a bit. Did make the fight probably a little bit better for Chris, but
yeah. And Giovanni's going to take water control here. He already has military or navy lead. Going to kick off water here.
Yeah, and really unfortunate because fishing ships being produced right now for Chris. I think he thought he had a much better position going for himself. Transport is coming back on the north, though, and Vills are headed in that direction, but a fire is also in that way. Probably going to see these Vills.
This could be disaster here if the transport goes down. And the scout should see it, so Giovanni should know.
He should, but I don't think he does.
No. He prepped a demo for the transport as well.
You got 2 demos there, actually.
Yeah, but really, what could Chris do here? Go straight for sergeants, but he's nowhere near castle right now. Plus, of course, he buys his way up.
Yeah, I mean, both players, though, Eco's looking pretty similar at the moment. Vill's gonna make it. The real question is, what is the reaction like here? So far, it's just going to be 4 Vills headed forward, and Don John's coming in. Really don't like his Don John position.
Honestly, he could just, well, I mean, he's already getting close up, but he could just rush this down with the farming bills. I mean, he knew it was coming earlier, but he has no real reaction, and this is going to be bad for Giovanni if he's not reacting to this at all. Yeah, actually, does he see this at all?
I mean, he knows it's there. He just doesn't. I mean, I don't think he's worried about it because it's not affecting him at all. Like, it's not even gonna range a farm at this point.
That's true. It doesn't range anything. I mean, it might range this one Vill on the wood there. That's it, and the house, I guess.
It's not even gonna range the Vill, and that tree's almost gone anyways. Yeah, this is a terrible donjon, but sergeants could come into a good position here. Oh, trade cog in production here.
I think Giovanni should stop investing in the water. This is a issue I tend to do when winning water is like, you've already won, so you don't need to invest anymore.
Yeah, heavy investment for sure. Don John coming out as, Urgent's coming in, defensive tower coming up here for Giovanni, but this is good though. It is creating a problem because, like you said, he's over-investing into water. And now the real pressure is actually in the base of Giovanni here. Another donjon going to be going up. Not using the donjon or the sergeants to build that one, but this is a much
I think
better
you should click up. I think you should click up right now. Remember, sergeants get an upgrade or get a buff to their armor when they hit castle age. You get extra pierce armor and melee armor.
Yeah, but his eco's not quite there. I mean, he's gonna fight it with Vills actually, oh no, did he double click?
Oh, all those Vills, man, no.
And actually a Vill's gonna go down here.
There's no mercy against those Vills, and he's taking a stone. I feel like this is an underreaction from Giovanni.
Yeah, all map control in the world, but It's not really going to make much of a difference when he's only going to be able to stay in his base. He's going to have to transport his villas out, actually. Best of
Gonna
5
stay.
Hitch. That's right.
He's gonna do night play when he clicks up, but he can just punch those sergeants down. Only one of them that's not a threat.
Well,
He needs
Sergeant's
the bait.
running through the base, honestly. There's 3 of them in the back right here. More coming and going. It's really hurting his idle time here. I mean, like you said, super over investment. Castle Age is coming for Giovanni, though.
Overreaction and a bit of an underaction from Giovanni all at the same time here. He is going to clean up the sergeants, but that's not looking too good for Giovanni right now. I mean, score is definitely misleading. He has all this military on water, but Crisp is in his base right now.
Yeah, another village going to die in the south here below the docks. I mean, villager counts relatively even for losing all this water, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And the eco disruption here has been massive. Look at all these villas going out to build 1 stable.
Now, think about it. Can Giovanni afford to do 2 stables? He can't. He does not have the gold for it. Of course, if he gets the market up, he can always sell, but his eco is in a bit of a mess right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to lose another vill on the market. He's got more villagers. There's more villas coming forward, so expect another donjon here. Yep.
So, although Chris is not clicking up to castle, which I think this is a bit of a mistake. I think he needs to click up right now.
Yeah, he doesn't think it's there yet because of all the disruption, but...
But a few knights clean all this. Knights can easily outclass sergeants.
Absolutely. I think the benefit, though, is you've taken the eco lead here. You've created tons and tons of idle time. I don't even know what the idle time looks like on both sides right now, but it's really not great. And Donjon's obviously going to be applying a lot of pressure here, pushing him off of a lot of valuable resources. Only going to have 1 gold available in the back here.
I like seeing the barracks there come up from Chris, but I don't like where it's at, though. I mean, okay, so Sergeant Pike play in Castle Age is pretty decent. It's because the Sergeant is usually good at tanking arrow fire, and the Pikes do a good job of covering the Sergeant's weakness against Cav. I think it is a pretty good play. But it's also about getting to that composition.
Yeah, I think it's actually a great play here. I don't really see any way that Giovanni gets out of here other than dealing with this as well. He could transport over, but Castle Age is coming in, so...
All these sergeants are going to die.
Oh, absolutely. But, I mean, we could see... It looks like they're going to have an archer switch.
Interesting. I'm not sure I agree with this, because the stable play from Japanese is really good. Up until Imperial when they missed the last armor.
I mean, there's a Sicilian archery range in the back here. Very odd position. Taking him off of gold, though. These sergeants have done work over here. And the vills are going to go back there, too. And I think they're going to drop another donjon.
And he's transporting the knights over. Oh, this could be great for Giovanni here. Chris has nothing defending his eco at home, other than a few ships, and... Oh, this could be great for Giovanni. This could be what he needs to do some counterattacks.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good play. Donjon, another one coming up, will take his opponent completely off of gold here soon. So these knights are going to have to do a lot of work.
Sure. Upgrades to these knights. +1/+1. That's still pretty decent. Does he have Fletching or Bodkin? Sure.
Oh, he patrolled into the house, so he might even get some walls up, but nope, not going to be in time. Oh wait, there is hit points on this palisade. This is the hole on the other side.
Did a little quick wall with that one villager that died. It's a good move by Chris. Alright, now he's gonna run some vills over to... Where is he going, actually? Oh, he's going to the gold forward. That's just not gonna help him at all, because his stone walls are down. So those the knights got into the wood line. That is not good.
Yeah, I mean, the eco lead is shifting to Giovanni's favor here. Lots of aggression, though. Have to love it. Donjons everywhere. Decent number of archers here as well. And honestly, if the archers get out of this wall here that is being battered down by villagers. There's a
Yep.
lot of exposed eco out here for Crisp at this moment.
A little late reaction there from Chris, but he's going to continue losing even more villas in his farming eco. That's not what you want to have happen.
Yeah, transporting these 5 knights over here was a magnificent play.
TC up north for Crisp here. Or up in the east corner.
Yeah, lots of knights here as well, still waiting. I think he's going to try to transport him over again. I would really like to see him clean up his base a bit, but there's not much he can do against donjons at this point.
I mean, a ram would be nice. Ram and some knights defending, or knights defending the rams.
Yeah, scout for Giovanni actually just saw the town center up top, I believe. Yep, he does know that's there now.
Check bill count. Oh, I didn't realize Giovanni has the bill lead.
Oh yeah, he's doing a great job of raiding. This is a really bad position right now.
Floating a lot of wood, but if he finds a way to use that, that'd be great. Crossbows are out, and they're trying to poke at the knights here. Please do not run into that TC. Don't do it. Don't do it, Chris. Okay, well, Giovanni had a late reaction anyways. So it's all good.
Yeah, town center's starting to get up in decent number as well here for Crisp, so he should be able to boom pretty nicely. I mean, we're still only 1 TC, I think, for Giovanni. I don't see another one anywhere, so...
I mean, water control, does he really need extra TCs? He just needs to invest some of that wood into fishing ships and get up more eco.
He might. These 7 crossbows go out and hit the stone and gold out here. It could be a big problem for Giovanni here.
For sure.
Knight's not really doing a whole lot more damage right now, just attacking walls, it seems.
Still only, he's getting +2 right now, I like that. So he could do a better job raiding. He's sending even more knights over to Chris's eco.
Yeah, crossbows are going out here. He did see the gold because of the donjon site, and lots of vills should go down here.
Chris is still a late reaction to this. Okay, now you're acting back at home to the knight raid.
Yeah, but he's not. Giovanni's not reacting to the crossbows on the gold. Tons of vills going down here. Oh.
Disaster. Huge disaster.
And if he doesn't react to this, will he react to the stone or the stone next?
He's so focused on doing damage to Chris right now that he doesn't even realize he's losing stuff at home. I'm sure, like, when the game says he's being attacked, he's just thinking that the TC's attacking his knights. And now, he's still no reaction to this. Oh, this is not good at all. Okay, here's the reaction.
Webmaster, welcome. Chris won game 1. Is that right?
Like, yeah, Giovanni's all over the place, too, but really bad for both players here, not reacting to anything.
Yeah, they're both microing different areas. I feel like the losses were a lot, but now I feel like it's an even game again. Like,
yeah,
it's really balanced out quite well. Knight number is still a problem in the base here for Chris to deal with, but I mean, he's still pressuring. He's taking his opponent's resources over here. I mean, he's got a ram attacking this town center. Interestingly enough, has knights to defend that too, just not using them. But
all this idle navy, not doing anything.
Yeah, and he's denying all the gold for all these donjons right now. I mean, it may not be the greatest of positions now, but
get a quick ball down there as well.
Oh,
feels so bad for Crisp.
And I think Giovanni's still in a commanding position here, even with this base looking like this. He just really needs to get some siege up and clean this up, honestly.
Even now, this many knights could clean all this up.
Yeah, he's probably thinking the same thing, actually. He's attacking it now. So he'll clean up the one, at least.
And I feel like it was a lot of, like overestimating and not reacting enough to, or underreacted to the donjons in your base.
Yep,
and there's
Chris
a GG.
Gonna call it GG. Wow. That was another one that went back and forth a lot. I felt like we had a clear leader, and then that got turned all upside down as his donjons came in here. Knights coming across in some transport ships, though, definitely what won the game here for Giovanni. That was a huge move. Put himself in a really good position there.
I feel like Chris kind of boxed himself in, especially with that third TC placement. It's really not ideal. You really can't get any eco around it other than wood.
Yeah, I feel like it was his last resort, though. I mean, he was losing water so poorly there, and not having anything against it, and still the overinvestment for Giovanni was quite painful to watch. But overall, it worked out just fine. I mean, it was a little back and forth, but I feel like with the night numbers, and as you alluded to, the donjons, they deny some resources for a bit, but as soon as nights come up, sergeants don't
Yeah,
really stand a chance.
definitely needed like pikes to defend the sergeants. That in conjunction with those two units should be enough to deal with knights, and even with rams too. If he did something like that, that would have been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the egos are almost identical minus stone
Yeah,
affliction. Like, it actually was like a super close eco game. It's really just the military decisions and the late reactions that really turned it back and forth quite frequently there.
now imagine if Giovanni had actually rushed down the donjon there. I think this game would have ended a lot quicker.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it was definitely really interesting to see the back and forth, though. And, I mean, great comeback. We're up to, what is this, 1-1 now?
1-1.
Yeah, GG's. Well, guys, we're going to pull up the Civ draft here in just a second. We'll take a look at what we think we're going to see next here. Home maps now. We're going to have to see the home maps of Crisp here. So we're going to see either Nomad Hubs or Sunken Isthmuses.
All right.
And here, guys, take a look at the Civ draft. Sicilians getting the loss here. Japanese with the win. Nomad Hubs or Sunken Isthmuses. Obviously, Sunken Isthmuses, 100% Italians pick, I feel like, for Giovanni here. Um, I don't really see another water sieve for Crisp, though. So, I don't know what he's thinking there. Any thoughts on the matter?
Is that map? I think he might either go for Magyars or Khmer. Magyars for a landing or Khmer for the landing. I think
Yeah,
that's the only ideal way you play that.
yeah, definitely. Webmaster wants to see Sunken Isthmuses. He's hoping for it in chat. Hitch as well. Well, guys, we'll jump right in then. Let me load up the game. Game 3 is actually going to be on Nomad Hubs. So, no dice. Civilization choices also. We didn't really talk too much about it on this map, but we'll go into it in a second. I'm at 10 seconds. You ready?
Almost. I'm connected to the game. 10 seconds. Okay, let me jump up to that.
Yep, yep.
All right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we have Huns and Franks on Nomad Hubs. I like the Franks pick a bit more because there are lots of berries around here, so Franks could take advantage of that. But the Huns pick isn't bad either, just because you don't need to build any houses, so you can get your TC working right from the get-go.
Yeah, going to be very important where they start with this too. I think that we're going to see a good spot here from Crisp as he's merging all of his villas over here on these berries, and yeah, I like this TC for himself. Going to be in a great position on berries directly, some wood, lots of hunt nearby. Interesting that Giovanni's building a house there as well. And Giovanni on the other side, going way down in the southern corner here. It's not too far away from his opponent, also a good TC spot. Both players on a food hub, which is the more deserty terrain here. Gold and stone hubs, mineral hubs are with the stone patterns, and obviously the trees in the bog. Also, the trees in the bog have additional HP, additional resources, and then in the mineral nodes, it's a little bit more as far as gold goes. We did make a small change to this map, and Hitch leveled out the stone, so it's spread randomly throughout the map, pretty equally distanced, and only 350 per tile. So not going to see any crazy castle spammy civilizations have a real big advantage in this one now.
I mean, I still want one deep fish on the bog hub, but probably never get that.
I mean, we can talk about that. The problem with that, it's not a food hub. We're not trying to give you a benefit of starting there.
Well, that's
We're
true, but you
more
still have
trying to
bear.
drive players to start on a food hub. That way, or a mineral hub. Mineral hub's also having some nice things as well.
True, but then again, the what is it? The bog hub up north has and berries and a boar on it.
It does. It's not exclusive to that. But as Hitch said, it makes it easy to go for that, and that's going to be something that is going to draw people to that, which we're not
Well,
trying to do at the
I'm
moment.
saying if there's an option for food there, I feel like that fits better.
But there are options for food on them, like randomly. And I don't know. We'll talk about it some more as we progress. But as far as the Civ matchup here, what do you feel? What do you like better, Huns or Franks here?
Honestly, Franks. And then again, depending on how you play Huns, I mean, everyone says Huns are Huns, so I mean that's obviously an automatic win.
So you're on the side of the Huns then.
No, I think it's definitely for Franks here, just because he's on berries right now, and you could go to it, and then he just gets tons of food for free.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I like both civilizations in general. I feel like Huns, though, have the advantage here, honestly. They don't have quite as good Paladin, but they still have Paladin if we get to that point. But if this shifts in any other direction, I mean, I feel like Huns in a solid position still. I like Cav Archers a lot on this map as well.
Yep.
And hitting and running with cheap Cav Archers, that is the strategy for me to watch. I want to see it. But nevertheless, we'll see how this one plays out. Doing a lot of scouting with sheeps here is Crisp, as his score is decently higher, not by a ton, but he sees a lot more of the map, it looks like.
Uh-huh. Did a good job of scouting here. Looks like Chris has definitely more information than Giovanni.
For sure. I mean, even getting some additional hunt here for Crisp. Another thing that's really nice about hunts, you never have to worry about building a house, which can really help benefit the eco a little bit more early game. No worries about getting house. Don't have to alter any builds to drop a house really quickly. And at lower levels of elo, I feel like that's a pretty significant thing for themselves.
I'm not sure why. Where's Giovanni going with those 5 bills?
He sees the taking of the hunt here, and he's going to go kill these before he can take all of them. Oh, and he sees 2 bills, so he's actually going to try to take care of that himself.
He does not want him getting this hunt. Not sure you need that many bills to do a lane.
Webmaster says in the quarterfinals, the next quarterfinals that he plays in, he'll play CA on this map. I love it. I look forward to it, Webmaster.
Like a little dancing around here. Chris is still trying to get the hunt here, but so Giovanni's gonna steal all of it. I don't know. You think this is worth or not? I feel like this is definitely worth because this is. But then again, Chris has more hunt on the right, so this might not be worth it after all.
I definitely think it's not worth it. He's idled a lot of villager time. He doesn't have anywhere to drop this off. He's going to have to build something to actually drop it off, and I don't feel like it's worth it when all these villas could be at home collecting much simpler, much faster. Honestly, he could go just to the other, down the south, the mineral hub here with this additional food. I think that's a much better position for himself.
I think you should really plop that mill onto the berries. I mean, Franks, he just collects berries so quickly.
Yeah, it appears
like
he's
a
kind of
no-brainer.
neglecting that bonus right now for that. He does have 5 vills on it already. Feudal Age is on its way in as well here. So...
Oh, no, don't lose that vill. Don't lose that vill. Okay, good.
Feudal Age queued up here for Crisp on the way, and then we'll see Loom finished, and then we'll see it on the way, probably for Giovanni next.
I think when he wasted so much time there with those bills, he could have been up at a similar time or even ahead of Crisp here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely making it a bit awkward. But I mean, we do have the 1-1 right now, so going to be interesting. Oh, Crisp sending Vills north.
Oh.
Maybe he's worried about his eco being hit, wants to send some out. Barracks already down for him as well. Both players' barracks is down. No aggression yet, though, other than the Vills trying to come forward and snag some deer.
Yep, and he's going for, they're both going for a stable play.
Yep, and we're going to see a mining camp on the gold in the north, potentially just looking for a little bit of a safer gold for Crisp here. And I think we're going to see a town center up here probably later on with these vills.
Actually, I take that back for a stable play. This could be archer play from Chris here. Let's see, what does he decide to build here? Yep, archer play.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Going archers into cav archers, I think, is a great thing to do against Franks. You're going to make your opponent have to chase your military, and you're going to have a lot of military mobility to run around and snag things. It's really going to depend on numbers. It's going to be easier to defend against scouts as well, if that's what his plan is here. His town center position being so nice, he can wall his wood line right to his TC.
Yep,
And
the
have
question's going to be
security
hard for Giovanni here.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty interesting. Farms coming down in heavy for Giovanni, or Gio here. I don't like it, actually. I feel like he should have just milled the berries.
Yeah, just get the berries instead. That seems a bit of a... Honestly, this seems unnecessary.
Yeah, it feels very rough. And an interesting point to make right now, housed at the moment. Having to force down a house, creating more and more idle time for all of his units here. This is one of the reasons I think Hans is a little bit better positioned for this kind of a map here.
He's just going to run back. He only has one scout out, but I think he's starting to realize he can't do anything here.
I mean, he could still get in on the wood line, but...
He could. A short walk for that, and plus he could always have some pikes defending it.
Yeah, I feel like the aggression here isn't going to do much for either side. I think it's going to do more for Crisp here. But
and I think Giovanni's position's going to get worse here. Look at the wood at his base, and has he expanded out to go find other wood places?
No, not at all. Problematic. Starting in this corner of the map may make it a bit rough. He's going to go ahead and drop an archery range. He needs to retreat with all these vills here.
Yep. And this could be a bit worse, especially if he is planning to go play skirmish in. Fletching, very nice.
And more archers coming forward. I really, really love what Crisp is doing with this right now.
In a very good position right now.
Yep,
I think he should start the farms right now.
Another Vill goes down as well. It's not looking great now that this has happened. Scouts actually headed forward, realizing they can't do any damage here. But I don't think they're going to do much more at home. Going to pick off a few archers, it looks like, in transition here. But another Vill will die here on the hunt. Going to see skirmishers start to come out, though. So he shouldn't be in trouble for too much longer. But this is a pretty big Vill deficit now.
5 Vills idle in the south corner. He has no idea where to take wood at. Really, anywhere that he thinks could be safe for wood collection.
Yeah, it's a bit rough there, and I didn't see so much of his scouting early on as far as what he was seeing, but I feel like a lot of nomad maps in general, a lot of players try to go for the corners of the maps, and unfortunately with this generation here, it's not the greatest position for him.
All those scouts go bye-bye. Well, I mean, most of them did. That's not ideal. And looks like Chris has a range on the right side of the map. Didn't you prefer putting them right by each other for easier production? But it's his own. He's going to get a build kill there. It's pretty nice.
And maybe he's just trying to prevent his opponent from escaping the corner here.
You're just going to eat the TC?
Yeah, Spears go down. Archers are going to be in trouble. 5 more Vills headed over to this gold. It's going to be an issue here, I feel like. Getting gold at the moment is going to be problematic.
I don't agree with that mining cap at all. I think he left that other one way too early.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
think
may
this is
go unnoticed
weird.
here. No upgrades on the skirmishers. Getting micro down. Chris doing an excellent job of taking out all of those skirmishers. Scouts are forward now, and they might actually get a reward on this wood line if he sees it. And he is going
Let's
to see
see.
it. So we'll see what the reaction time is like here, but I mean, it's going to be so easy to retreat to this. It looks like
He's
he's
gonna.
just going to fight it. Yeah, looks like two vills go down. Not a bad exchange. Really good for Geo, though, to actually get himself in a position there to get a little bit more out of that. Especially all
Yeah.
the heavy investment. He's still investing. I mean, at this point, he's really trying to go really heavy into feudal. And if he finds these vills in this forward gold mine, it could be devastating for Crispier.
I think. Honestly, I think where you see that bill on the right side where he's at, and he's building a market. I think that's where he should have placed his mining camp at.
Yeah, he's just spreading out all over. Maybe he's just trying to find out if his opponent has left this corner here and building buildings everywhere. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Housed again here, just calling that out every time I see it. But
There's art on
Huns,
the second wood line. That is not good. He's not even really reacting to it. That is really bad for Giovanni. There's the reaction, and he's going to run away here. He's already lost about. See, that's 4 bills in the wood line. He might lose 5.
yeah, he's sitting in a really rough spot. Skirms and archers will be able to clean it up here. Another vill does go down, but I mean, the villager deficit again, not looking great, and more farms coming down here for Crisp. Scouts are going to be in on this wood line again, though. Spears on the opposite side this time, so might be rewarded again.
He's doing a good job of punishing him here. Then again, Giovanni should not commit here because he's going to lose his stuff. Oh. See, that was 2 villagers for 2 scouts. I don't know if that's worth it.
I mean, at this point, he's got to try to keep those vills going down
Yeah.
for his opponent. I mean, it's either that or sit home and boom and defend the skirmisher, which I think is probably his better option right now. So the
Looks
good
like
news, at
wheelbarrows
least, is
coming in.
he has got a decent number of skirms built up now. So scouts and skirms could do a lot. I would really love to see these vills in this gold. They're so close to his base, and he's just not seeing them.
Chris is still floating a lot of wood. I don't like seeing that.
Yeah, he just started to shift onto farms pretty heavily, though.
Honestly, like, you think even stable play from Huns here, if he hits castle, would be ideal? I mean, Frank's looks like he's so far behind.
I can see that working. The thing for me is if you're going for cav archers, you have to go heavy into cav archers or lead to mass them.
That's true. I mean, Giovanni has a lot of skirms on the field already. He looks like he wants to take a villager. Or he's just scouting around with them. Does he see the villager? No, he's just scouting around to the wood line. He wants to hit the wood line again.
Yeah, and I mean, he's not going to be rewarded with much here. I feel like he just needs to get out of here before this. He needs to get the skirms in there first.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be a pretty threatening. Long way from the castle age, only 22% or so. So, gonna need to deal with this, and I mean, this could be a turning point for him. He could get back in this. The spears are going to get taken out here by the skirmishers. They're not even going to take out one. Oh, maybe. Okay, they took out one scout. A couple more spears there than I thought, but big bonuses there.
Good
We'll
move for
see.
Giovanni.
Knights could be the play for sure, but no stable that I see on the field for him right now.
Stable coming up from Chris right now, so he's going to do a night play.
And double stable is going to be pretty devastating too, especially what's the eco here for Geo look like? Nowhere near. Nowhere near going up. I'm going to check the town center, make sure it's not queued. It's not.
Looks like Giovanni's committed to feudal here.
I don't think that's a bad idea, honestly, with this position, but I think he doesn't
If he
realize.
keep getting Chris into bad positions here, he won't be able to do anything. He should notice the gold here from Chris, so he might hit that up as well.
Yeah, but a
And
couple
plus
knights.
one line's coming in right away. That's pretty good.
Couple of knights will clean off the wood line here, though. We'll clean these skirms out, or the skirms and the spears, or that skirms and scouts out, no question. I feel like he's too far behind at this point. He's gonna get run over by castle age units. That was the first armor upgrade coming in as well. So yeah, things are looking pretty rough here, and
Yeah, and these are not going to do anything to the knight.
no, the knight will just roll over them all here. Scouts also taking damage from the town center. Are finding some reward here, and I mean, full feudal play, you gotta just keep doing this.
He's
Keep
going to
trying to
lose all
prevent.
of the TC. Lost like 3. Oh, yep, that's the third.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's doing a great job. The Ville's lead is definitely in Geo's favor.
But how long, though? He's already starting to lose bills in his other one line again.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's a problem. It's a big problem. But he's doing everything he can do right now, and that's best he can do with this situation. I feel like uh, in this position, this is the right play for him. He can't go up. There's no way he can stop producing and just sit there. So, and I don't think he's anywhere near. Yeah, he's not even close. So,
Yep.
10
And he's
villager lead right now. Problem is great expansion here. Town center going up in the north. He already took a bunch of berries up there. Was on the gold up there. Got stuff all the way out on the right. Got stuff on the southern part of the map here. A couple archers even still available for him.
I think he should just go for +2 here instead of attack. Just be able to run out of that TC, just kill Vils regardless of the TC fire.
Yeah, but
He's
TC
going for
has no upgrades though, so it's not really that bad. It's not going to hurt him much.
Yeah, I kind of expect the GG to come in any time, but you know, Crisp should really not have the TCE idle for that long, and there's a GG.
Yeah, Knight's finding the wood line here, and yeah, he knows it's over at this point. But valiant effort here in feudal, full feudaling it up, trying to get in after all these raids. Just an unfortunate starting position for him, like you said. No wood.
No wood, that leads to his downfall there. No wood means no farms, and honestly, investing the farms that early as Frank's is not ideal when there's so many berries on the map already.
Yeah, he never did take the berries on the mineral area here, and then he's still missing. Didn't take all of them where he started his town center, so a little unfortunate for him there. Not exactly the set that he was looking for thus far. I don't feel like he's pretty happy getting this far, but I feel like he probably was hoping his home map would go a little bit better there.
Yeah.
Hitch wants to know what the next map is. So we are going to Giovanni's next home map, which is actually going to be Motte Bailey.
Bailey, oh boy.
Crisp has to lose for us to see Sunken Isthmus next. So, without further ado, guys, we're going to shift over and we'll load up the Civ draft one more time, or not one more time, again. Here it is.
Let me load up.
So we had a Huns victory and a Franks defeat. Motte Bailey going to be coming up next. So Britons, Magyars, and Khmer left for Crisp. And then we've got Italians, Teutons, and Bulgarians for Geo. I really, really think we're going to see Teutons versus Khmer here.
We're going to see Teutons versus Britons here. It's because I feel like most players feel comfortable with Britons on closed maps.
Yeah, it's a possibility for sure.
Though we could see Bulgarians from Giovanni here. It's a total possibility.
That's true. Well, let's load up game 4. We'll get 10 seconds and we'll see how things go here. Oh, I see the Civ matchup. I see the Civ matchup. Let me know when you're loaded in.
I'll go at 10 seconds here.
Yep. Game number 4, guys, between Crisp and Geo. Teutons is the selection for Geo, and then Britons for Crisp. And 3, 2, 1, go. So you definitely were right here with that pick. Gonna be interesting to see if Britons do well against Teutons here. Obviously,
also right from the get-go, that's the mistake. Start with 20 pop already.
Oh he's building a house. Oh no.
I think
That
you
is
might
a
have
bit
realized
rough.
just didn't build the second house like you normally would see on maps like Arabia or maps you don't see with other extra houses.
Yeah, I mean, starting with 20 pop available to you already, I mean, and with all these available buildings, for those of you who aren't familiar with the map, Mont Bailey, you start with a mill, you start with a mining camp, even a lovely trade workshop for looks here, but not really needing to go on to wood at all until you get a little bit later on.
Mm-hmm. My opinions are a little different on this map. I feel like you should get on at least have some kind of wood income, especially if there's like if your opponent decides to do some kind of feudal play and you're pushed off of your berries because most civs aren't like civs that collect hunt very quickly like Mongols. So if you are, say, like you're pushed off the hunt on like your right side of your base, that could be bad, especially if you don't have eco bested back at home. Getting kicked off your berries and all that, which would be pretty much not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I feel like if you're gonna try for an FC, which honestly I feel like is the predominant of what we've seen so far, we have seen only one feudal aggression attempt here on this map thus far. And it was a hell of a game. I'm not gonna spoil that one if you guys haven't seen it. That is on the YouTube channel. If it's not, it will be tomorrow. And I feel like just a little bit too much investment into a lumber camp early when you could have more on food, get up a little bit faster. Not to say you avoid it completely, but maybe you just go to that lumber camp a vill or two later than you normally would, and maybe just put 2 vills on it until you need to start getting to a spot where you have to produce military buildings.
I feel especially you should go on wood early, especially as Teutons. Farming is just so easy with Teutons, and that board just forgot. Okay, now I remembered. Good job from Giovanni keeping the gate open with the pig. I like that little detail.
Yeah, and we're about to see the difference here because Crisp is just now going to build his lumber camp, and on the other side, we've already got 4 on wood for Teuton. So I feel like Crisp's kind of got the right idea that I'm thinking as far as this map goes. And not that there's any right or wrong idea, but I think he's kind of more in line of what I've got in my head as how to play this map compared to Geo being more like-minded with you here, Knight.
He has a very FC mindset right now. Now, Teutons are very strong in Castle Age, but Britons are also very strong, and Britons should be pretty good at exploiting Teutons and their weakness of lack of mobility and range.
Yeah, I mean, Teuton's Siege is going to be quite useful if you can get up to Onager, Siege Onager, but it's such a hefty investment and takes so long to get there. Clunky
Yeah.
units. It's really hard to manage. Britain's definitely looking to be in a good position here. Teutons, obviously, with better melee armor on their infantry and cavalry, but I mean, if we're going to see full archers against that, it really isn't going to do any good.
Definitely will see Archer play as well. Now, let's see each player's build count. Both are pretty much matched here. Well, Giovanni is behind by 1, but still pretty close.
Yeah, I think that's just a little bit of idle time because that boar went back and he had 0 on food and 6 idles till it got in. But he does have a lot on to the hunt now for himself, so I definitely like that position. Maybe even killing those last couple of deers a little bit early, but
He's getting loot right now. Is he planning on feudal aggression? It looks like he might be planning some feudal aggression.
yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, Gio's on the back foot here. He's got to win this one to force a game 5, so would love to see it happen on him. I mean, definitely like some different positions, see some different strats going on here. And what, you couldn't ask for a better mining camp for Geo. Look at that. 2 golds right nearby. Beautiful, beautiful.
Well, you could say the same for Chris, though. Because his is not ideal.
Yeah, it's not that great. It's still free. And, you know, you get something for free, you say thank you. I don't
Honestly,
care.
me and Funky were debating, like, we're talking about it, just like, oh, you know, if it's in a really crummy spot, I'm just going to delete it and place my own.
I mean, that's a possibility for sure, but, I mean, I feel like, I still like it. It's nice to see. Forward, barracks, militia already being produced here for Crisp. This is definitely going to be man-at-arms. maybe even see Man-at-Arms towers at some point. Just have to wait and see what this looks like.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think it's for sure man-at-arms and archers.
Well, he doesn't have anything on gold, or he does, but it just got there, so he's not even going to have enough to produce that last militia yet, so.
That for sure. Let's see, is there going to be a range drop, or is it just going to be man-at-arms for harassment? There's the man-at-arm upgrade, so there it is. And we're going to see a range. There's the range.
Yeah, so definitely going to see some feudal aggression here. And, I mean, honestly, Geo not even being up yet, just now clicking, going to be in a rough spot to defend this. Obviously, Man-at-Arms, not something he can deal with right now. He might have to abandon all res here and actually quick wall in, potentially. Lots of farms coming down for Geo now.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little late for these farms to come up. They should have been up a little earlier, especially if you're doing an FC build. And it looks like he's getting a barracks down. Probably gonna maybe throw up a range to defend. Who knows? Who knows what he could play here? I think he might still commit to going to double barracks. Never mind. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, I definitely don't like this play. I feel like this has to be a misclick on this barracks, the second one. I mean, I guess, what else do you go? I mean, you don't have any gold income, or you might not for very long, especially if archers show up, which we did see the range already up. There are archers coming across the map. This is
like another overreaction here.
This is going to be really, really rough here. Just going to be getting up, and we're going to have archers in the base already.
Oh, think of this like another, like an alternate dimension or something. Imagine if he stayed there with his 9 bills and just beat up those man-at-arms with those 9 bills.
Yeah, this tower is going to be really important. That's coming up on the golds here. Definitely the right move. It's going to be walled in.
Yep,
Only one archer coming. The archer doesn't have fletching yet. Tower will go up, so that will at least allow him to collect gold here. But again, I think we should have seen the range as the second building instead of the barracks here, and seen skirmishers out on the field already.
Sure. Yeah, I feel like Giovanni is just a little overreacting a little bit too much here.
I mean, he
I feel
almost
like
has the eco to go up, though. So a castle age coming in faster for him for sure, without a doubt. Crisp, not even close. Only 100 food and 80 gold in the bank. So castle age, get some knights out, clean this up, be in a great position for Geo, actually.
And Teutons aren't their strongest when they're in castle age. Especially when your opponent is behind and doesn't have the tech to counter it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to idle the TC or stop producing vills for just a second here to get enough. Maybe he'll actually have enough. Nope, he'll be fine. So he needs to click castle right away. He does, in fact, get the stable and the blacksmith up. So definitely thinking we're gonna see knights here soon. And I mean, Crisp, he's in a lot of trouble as far as that goes. Eco numbers fine, but not gonna be able to get up. Gonna be a full click behind at least. I mean, what pressure can he do
for
here?
A tower? I think he's going. Is he going for a tower? What is he doing in here?
He's definitely going for towers at this point. He is shifting to stone now. He's not up to castle. Yep, there's the tower. He's coming in on the gold here. He's very concerned about denying that resource.
I think Giovanni should skip out and getting the lumber upgrade. I think he should prioritize getting bloodlines. That is a very important tech, especially when you're Teutons and you're slow, and there's also archers around that can outrange you.
Yeah, this tower's getting deleted. I think that's the right move. He's actually going to move it back one tile, so he's hopefully can't get hit, I think, but he's still in range. Not looking good here. Another tower going to get denied. More wood going down the drain. Yeah, I love the aggression here. Geo is in a fine position, actually. He can throw some knights out onto the field here, clean up his base, get back that security for himself. And I think he'll be in a fine position, honestly. This is a lot of investment for Geo, or for Crisp. And he's got some idols at home. So 5 idols off
could
the
be partners, or they could continue getting more hunts.
Yeah, I honestly feel like we need to see this tower just rush down to protect his gold income.
And the knights will start pumping out, and I feel like everything here is going to get cleaned up.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, 5 vills could go down here for Crisp at this point.
Adding a second mining cap with that gold. I would have liked a second mining cap on the main gold, but sure, let's start taking from the other pile.
Yeah, I mean, he's not doing a great job with the tower defense here. Fletching is in here for Crisp, and Geo doesn't have it. Archer's coming forward as well. This knight with only +1, not going to be good. And he's not waiting to build up any mass, so he's going to have to run with this one, I hope, and not lose it here.
Yeah, I think he needs a market.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's going to have to try to balance his eco a little bit. He is going
And
to
maybe
add...
even sneak some bills up to up north to get up a TC right by that gold. Right between those two wood lines and that gold. That'd be a pretty good spot.
Yeah,
If
this
he can
tower
keep
goes down. This is going to be really rough. I don't feel like this tower should go down. I feel like it should have been defended better. I think he should have rushed it, to be honest, but I mean, honestly, Crisp's eco starting to get there. He's on stone too, so he could probably just sell some stone here. He's already done what he wanted to do with his castle. Looks like he might even try to drop another tower here to
Oh,
prevent.
those two vills. Oh no. Getting caught out by the Manilorans, getting some good mileage out for them. Gonna have to evacuate with them. He saves one of them. Oh, no.
Oh no, he let him out, so those two will probably go down as well. The sneak out there, not going to do the job. Quick walled in these vills here on the towers, and oh, I feel like this is fading fast here for Geo. Castle Age doesn't even bottom anything at this point. Not able to clean this up. Archers and spears coming forward. Knights just tanking a lot of archer fire right now.
That's nice. It might actually... Most of them might go down, actually.
Oh yeah, we're down to 2 and they're low HP. Third one coming in here. Really unfortunate that tower, honestly. And those 2 vills in the north did in fact go down.
Yeah. I feel like this might be a recurring problem for both players. Both players seem to have a tendency to float a lot of wood. Seen from the previous games.
Yeah, I mean Crisp in a good position here when I thought he was going to be pushed back. It's really rough. Knights, all of them are super weak on HP at this point. Only 1 full HP one left. Although archer numbers are going down here, obviously a much better trade-off for Crisp at this point.
Yep. That's a little quick wall there, and the knights are going to continue running around and getting hit by the tower. He has 2 knights that are very low HP. One that's low as well. Oh, nice. Nice from Chris, man. Very nice from Chris.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why we needed it.
Really rough position here. I mean, it's going to be Castle Age here, and I mean, I just don't see what we can see from Geo at this point. He's now far behind in the villager count. He was the first one up, not able to get a TC down anywhere, and maybe running some vills away from this gold or around the back of this gold. Notice he's placing farms there. Oh, I don't like these farms.
Not a good idea. Britons are definitely going to be very good at punishing tunes here. With a real lack of mobility and just lack of range in anything.
Yeah, knights have gone forward, but they've clicked past, and he's just sitting by the palisades for a second there. He will get through here, but what? I mean, this could be beneficial.
Yeah, for the previous games.
Oh, it's going to be really close, actually. Yep, he does get through. At least 1 vill will die. He's going to have to run with the rest.
His knights are so low HP.
Yeah, but it's just villagers right now, so it's not the end of the world. He is doing damage, causing idle time. Gonna slowly start to even out this villager count here, actually. And back home, he has another group of knights. Gonna be doing a fine job. I feel like we need to see siege, and we need to see it right now from Teutons.
And this has been a recurring thing for each of these games. Both players have invested in military and killed each other's ecos. And they kind of equalize each other out. When one has a lead, the other just takes the lead by attacking their eco, and the other player doesn't really react to it.
Yeah, it's been rough. Crossbow's about to complete. Battlegrounds, oh, don't think. Oh, there, it's all about to complete as well. These knights are only with +1, I think. that it's going to be over sooner than we want it to be here. Might be really bad position. As soon as these crossbows begin to mass in the base here, which they
Yeah.
already have, and we've got 6 of them available. He's got Vills here. Vills probably going to drop another tower here to prevent the gold completely. Crossbows actually going to be able to do it themselves.
And oh wow, Chris put a TC in his enemy's base. The balls in this man.
I actually think that's a great play. I mean, you're going to be in this forward position, and you're going to attempt to be in it for a very long time, so securing yourself that, and I mean, this prevents a gold.
Yeah. And he's researching Pike. Oh wait, he just canceled Pikeman. Is he thinking about getting it? He might be thinking about getting it. Yeah, these pawn placements from Giovanni are just not good at all.
Yeah, I think it was a desperation because he was running out of room there, and
It looks like did he kill those bills of the gold at Chris's home base? I think he might have, or he might have forced them to run back home.
yeah, I mean, he's been killing some vills here with this counter, but it's not been enough. I mean, if he gets into this wood line, but now we have a lot of spearmen going to be available, and I feel like the pressure forward, and as soon as this TC goes up, there won't be any gold collection. I think that'll range those vills, and it will. So he's got to run these vills. He's actually going to the north to get onto stone at the moment. Oh, and a stone gate behind at home for Chris, paying attention to it. Really nice position. House is going to go down though, so Vills will still be in. Trying to quick
Agree with the
wall.
monastery for this at all, just because Tudins are really good against the whole monk play.
Oh, yeah, but even so, he's walling it out. I mean, Crisp is on it right now. He's in a great position.
Fire with his quick walls.
Vill's going to die on the farms here now. Crisp not reacting. Crossbows doing the job. I don't see a way back in it for Crisp.
All of these fights can clean all these knights because they're all so low HP.
Man-at-Arms still getting value. Just took out a house. There's one out on the stone that Geo just evacuated to, taking out another villager. This might be the best we've seen Man-at-Arms do in this tournament thus far.
Yeah. And they're even harassing the build. Let's go in to build a mining camp there. Okay, he decides for a TC. I like this much more than the mining camp because at least protects this gold.
Yeah, it's gonna be better for sure. It's just I don't know
behind,
what he's gonna
man.
do. He's fallen behind a lot. I mean, he is keeping up with the villager count somehow, but he's lost all of his main resources, and the base is really getting to be a problem for him. And crossbow numbers will continue to get better and better. Gonna be able to range his farming eco here in his fortified palisade wall area. Knights still in the base though for Geo, doing a good job running around, keeping.
He only has
back
plus
there.
1.
Yep.
Oh, that is huge, man.
Yeah, missing out on a lot of upgrades, and honestly, he's on a lot of stone right now, so maybe a castle to secure his base. But it's not going to secure much. He's going to have to secure probably the golds. Is the big problem for him. He does have the 1 gold out here, but I don't know. Finding some value with these knights, though. Geo doing a good job. Going to pick off 2 more vills here. And staying in contention for sure. Keeping himself very busy. Big issues this gold, though. I mean, he can run more and more and try to get gold outside. There are relics available on the map. Definitely
I like how the
options.
2 knights. Yeah, I like how the 2 knights in Crisp base have gotten pretty good mileage, honestly. Killing the 2 vills that are on the stone, getting the bills off the gold there. And Chris hasn't even decided to take his gold at home. I mean, now he is. Well, actually, where's he going with the... Okay, he's going to take gold out of his base, but I feel like he should really TC on that main gold there, or even start taking it.
Yeah, I mean, Crisp, he's collecting gold, but he's also going to collect stone in his opponent's base. And I think we might see a forward castle here soon.
A get out of your face castle, or a...
Get out of my game castle. I think he's got 350 stone. He's shifting more and more onto stone, especially in the base here. He's got 7 on stone in Geo's base.
Mm-hmm. And I honestly thought you referred to Giovanni because he has enough stone to get a castle up.
He does. It's
But you
true.
were referencing like
Oh,
oh, the
he is.
same
He's gonna
castle.
drop it right in the face of all these villagers collecting stone.
Do not let this be a doubt castle.
Oh,
To
there's a
see what's going to happen
tower
here.
that could really prevent this from going up. There's a lot of pikemen. The crossbow numbers are here. I think this is either a make or break castle.
Those are currently in the TC, but they see the castle
Oh, the
foundation
villagers
going up.
passing. Stop 3 vills from building this right now.
No,
Oh, this does
this
not
is
look
looking
good.
really bad.
This might be the GG right here if this doesn't go up. Crossbows individually picking out villagers now. Knight numbers not there. I don't think it's gonna be. Oh,
With
it's
the
only
melee armor, they can't
50%.
stop this.
Yeah, I think this is a GG right here. Castle's not gonna go up. There's no way. Knights are down. Villagers are gone. Oof. Make or
That's a
break
doubt castle.
castle. That's what I said. And we'll see what happens next. But I think Crisp has enough, or almost enough, for his own. Might even drop it right next to that castle, honestly. Knights still getting value. There's 2 knights still in the base of Crisp getting value here. Gonna take out 3 more vills here. But
He does lose this game. He has done a good job for us casters to see that he's using those 2 knights pretty effectively at his own base.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, just I mean, he's still alive. I mean, he's still fighting. He's doing a good job.
And
Lots
it's
of
getting
idle
another
vills at this
castle there,
point.
so. Another castle back towards the gold there. Oh man. It looks like he's buying his way up to a castle, or Chris is.
Yeah, he's gonna drop another one right here in the mid. It looks like.
That's in range to the other castle. I don't think he should place it there.
I mean, it's in range, but crossbows, pikemen, gonna be lost too. I don't know if this is a good play.
Castle's going up for sure. It should, right? Yeah, it should.
Yeah, it's definitely going up 100%. But the other castle will be a question mark. I mean, the knights will die to these crossbows. It's at 37%. I mean, villagers not being targeted right now. He's gonna lose a lot of fills. Might have another doubt castle in our hands, but he shifts them over to the other side. So unless the knight comes over there and he can deny this, this still might go up.
Wait, you see where Giovanni's going to place a castle? He's going to place one right in Chris's base. Wait, he doesn't have anything at home defending, so that could work out. But then again, like, he's going to lose his TC on the stone here.
I mean, he does need gold right now, so he's just gonna. Is this like an ultimate base swap here?
Yeah, I feel like that's been a running theme of this this set. It's been base trades nonstop.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely looking to be a very interesting position here. I mean, this castle, I feel like, doesn't really accomplish much for Crisp, though. The one that he just built inside the base. I feel like he should have just built one at home to prevent this kind of thing, but there's no way this castle gets denied here. So Gio's gonna get this castle up, no question.
We're just like talking to each other, just like, oh, if you're moving into my place, sure, I'll move into yours. We'll trade.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it's looking to be like a very interesting game for sure here. Gio's gonna give it his all.
Adding farms and the dying TC, not a good idea.
Longbow sighting here.
Longbows, and he's getting the meta armor or longsword upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad idea, honestly. I mean, this castle forward here is actually going to be magnificent. I think it's a great play. I mean,
Yep.
it's buying him tons of time, getting him that gold that he needs so desperately. Putting the town center there also paying off quite nicely already. I mean, honestly, Crisp not closing this out as quickly as I thought he was going to. He was in such a good position. I think he just has been afraid to bust into this eco here in the back as he's just ranging it with archers right now.
I think is also him not taking his home gold was a bit of a mistake as well, as that kind of delays your military production. So he only had like for the longest time about 4 vills on gold when he wants to make crossbow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's crazy because there's so much going on right now, and I haven't really been able to keep up with all of it. But those knights in the back here did tons of damage. I mean, definitely a great play for Geo. Used a lot of time to run those around. I love the outpost on the back here. He does get another town center up in the north as well. I mean, Geo's gonna try to turn this one around here.
But that might not happen because Chris is looking like he wants to go to Imperial.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really important here. He is going to be, it's clicked in his town center right now, so he will be headed up.
And this could be the end of the game here in the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, the forward is going to do next to nothing now. No way to defend it. No military presence at all for Geo. He's got one military unit out on the field.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, one military to 22. Geo also has 24 idle fills right now, and Crossbow's ranging the vills at home here as well in the opponent's base, taking villagers out. So this castle attempt here for Geo, right by his town center, I don't even know if that's going to go up at this point. Crossbow's taking out vills.
Oh yeah, and also Crossbow's eating the TC at Chris's home base. And it seems like the whole plan of let's move into each other's bases has not really paid off for Giovanni.
Yeah, last resort, I think, for Geo, honestly. And yeah, GG's going to come in. I think he knows it's over here. Not going to be able to get us to that Game 5, unfortunately, to see Sunken Isthmuses. Still waiting for that one to make its debut, but...
I will do my best to avoid playing that map.
Oh, I know you will. I know you will. You're going to be Dry Lake... or like you're gonna avoid everything with water on it. Let's just put it that way.
I'll still play Arena Cove.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. Good set tonight though. Crisp gonna be the first one moving on to what will be the semifinals. Kind of casting everything I can right now, no matter what round we're in, because I know there's gonna be a map pool update next week. And I want to make sure we get all these games casted before Rex are ruined. So, gonna have another set cast here tomorrow or Monday night, maybe even tomorrow. We'll see. I'm gonna pull the bracket up here in a second after we look at the statistics here. Crisp, I mean, honestly, with the feudal aggression again paying off on Mont and Bailey, pretty big deal.
What do you say the theme for this set is? I mean, I've already said a little bit it's like base trades, but I feel like it's also a bit of underreacting and overreacting a lot. I mean, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this set as a whole?
I mean, I feel like it's definitely been some weird builds. I feel like for both Mon Bailey, obviously, gonna be a weird build, and then I honestly feel like with this home map selection, I didn't feel like Geo expected it to come this way, which is what we said last time as well when we watched this happen. You know, feudal aggression, Mon Bailey with these palisade walls gives a lot of false security. That's a big problem. A lot of people not taking advantage of the fact that feudal aggression is so good here.
And getting kicked off your important resources or being forced to contest for them is not ideal, especially when you're going to go for an FC build.
Yeah, and then Arena Cove. Sicilians, I feel like Sicilians is just not a great selection, personally. I think we could have seen another Civ or two in that position do a little better. Especially, I mean, water is so important on that map. It's, you know, the main focus, in my opinion, is getting water, winning water.
And I feel like Civs you would see there, like maybe Portuguese, Byzantines, and Japanese, are generally have a pretty good matchup against Sicilians.
Yeah, and I mean, Byzantines were sniped, so I think that was probably the selection choice.
I think so too.
I don't know. I mean, Italians would have been good there as well, but obviously Geo had them. Vikings getting banned. I feel like Saracens could have been good there with the fast firing galleys. I mean, we could list off a lot of civs that I feel like would have been better off there, but nonetheless, GG's to both. Well played. Hope you guys had fun. Crisp moves on to the semifinals. He'll be the first semifinalist there.
Yep.
And congratulations to you. Gio, thank you so much. You provide a lot of spectacular games to watch here. I am going to pull up the bracket, so if you guys don't want spoilers, please look away. We are going to update the bracket right now. And we're going to check out what we have coming up here. So, Crisp taking the set 3-1, getting that win. So, Weasel and Zanemo, I'm not sure. Sorry if I butchered your name. That game, let me throw it up over here. That game has been played. The games are completed. I do have the Rex. That will be coming up either tomorrow or Monday. And then waiting for Randy Panda versus Mac Tribe to come through, as well as Crazy Foxman and Krinsky. So, looking forward to those sets. Hope that we get those here pretty soon. And thank you, Knight, for co-casting with me tonight. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed. Maybe learned a few things about some of these maps you might not have known before, especially
It
since
was
you're going
that
to
was
be
really
playing in the next round. So,
it was really nice to be co-casting with you. Thanks for inviting me out.
absolutely. But for everybody watching, that is going to be it for tonight. Appreciate it. If you guys do watch on YouTube, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. All those good, fancy things. And we'll catch you guys here a bit later with some more games tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.